What do you do if a man asks you, what are you looking for? Like, how are you supposed to respond? I'm going to answer that question right now. Stay tuned. Okay, so you met a guy, maybe on an online site, maybe you've seen him a couple times, or maybe just like right out of the gate, he asks you, what are you looking for? So how are you supposed to respond to that? So there's one thing that you want to keep in mind at the very beginning, is that you want him to ask this question. You don't want to move toward him and ask that question. And the reason why is because you want him to be the one that is pursuing you. There are a few other things you want to keep in mind as well. You also want to remember that he could be asking this question because he's asking you, well, what kind of commitment do you want? Like, do you want a casual relationship, or do you want a commitment that leads to marriage? Like, what kind of commitment are you looking for? Or he might be asking, what kind of man are you looking for? So the first thing to do when he asks this question is to find that out. You can ask him, so do you mean what kind of relationship I'm looking for? Like, do I want something casual, or am I just looking for a friend, or, you know, something more serious, or marriage? Or do you want to know what kind of man I'm looking for? So once he answers that question, then you can answer. So depending upon which category it goes in, right, will depend upon your answer. So if what he's asking is about what kind of commitment that you're looking for, you want to be honest with him. A lot of women, they are afraid that if they're honest with a guy, like if the woman wants a serious commitment, like if she's looking for marriage, that she's going to scare the guy off. So there's a way that you can answer and be honest and truthful so that he knows where you stand, but also be subtle so that he doesn't feel pressured. So here's how that would look. You would say to him, well, you know, I'm really looking for a long-term commitment. I'm looking for a man who would like to get married sometime. And then you say, but you know what? I know that those things take a lot of time to develop. So when you say it that way, what you're saying is, you know what, this is what I really want, but I'm not one of those women who just wants to rush a man to the altar and just grab onto the first guy that she sees. Because if a guy perceives that you are that way, he may run the other direction. However, if you do say it this way, one good thing that can happen is that you will start weeding men out. So if you meet a guy and he's only interested in some fling or something that's casual, and you're honest about how you feel, it will help weed that guy out, right? Next, if he says, well, what kind of man are you looking for? You want to focus on character traits, not on things that you like to do. And here's why. If you say, well, I really want a man who is interested in snow skiing, and he's not interested in snow skiing, but he is someone who wants to try to manipulate you into relationship or to take advantage of you in some way, then maybe all of a sudden he's going to say that he likes all the same things that you like, including snow skiing, right? But if you stick with character traits that make for a great relationship, like nobody can fake those, right? So if you say, I'm looking for a guy who is kind, and I'm looking for someone who's patient, and just somebody I'm a really great friend with, it reminds you that there's a while before you would be able to find out these things about him, and it also keeps it vague enough so that he is not going to try to trick you. All right, I hope these tips have been helpful, and if you haven't yet, head on over to singleover30.net for more free dating and relationship advice. And if you're interested, I've also got a free 5-day online dating challenge coming up, which I am going to help you in 5 days make online dating work for you. You can head on over to singleover30.net. There on the homepage, you can find out more about it, or you can head on over to singleover30.net/challenge with Shana. Again, that's singleover30.net/challenge with Shana. My name is Shana. All right, I hope to see you in the challenge on March 22nd.